Welcome back to Fine Print for Life. If this is your first time here, I'm Monique, and this channel is all about the things that we don't really learn in school, like personal finance, how to navigate the professional world, and other stuff. So in today's video, I wanted to share with you how I did on my May budget. I unfortunately did not bring in as much money as I had anticipated, and I also went way over budget. So if you want to hop on over to my computer with me, I will show you exactly what happened. Welcome to my budget overview. So as I mentioned, I made less money than I had anticipated. I'll just go down line by line and show you what happened. The rollover was expected and actual were the same, so that was fine because I had done my budget a few days after May started, and so the expected rollover amount was what it was. So nothing interesting there. With regard to my salary, I had anticipated $3,316 in net pay. However, I actually ended up working a few hours of overtime, making my actual salary $3,458. So I made $142 extra in overtime. And the photo gig that I was supposed to get paid for, that money never came. I did follow up. Apparently they didn't have my invoice, so they are going to pay me soon. So that should show up on my June budget. But because of that, I was under $200 in that category. So my total anticipated income was $3,644, and my actual was $3,586, leaving me with negative $58 in income. So not the end of the world, but it wasn't quite what I had expected, and I had budgeted with the intent that I would have had that extra $58. So with my expenses, you will see that a lot of it was as expected, like my giving was as expected. My electric bill, all the basic utilities were pretty much the same. I didn't actually get charged for my Audible subscription in May. I did just get a charge come in June while I'm filming this. That'll be on June's budget, but that was $16 I didn't spend in May. Sinking funds were the same, nothing for transport. Now, spending was exciting because I was $19 under budget, which is awesome. I really got my grocery spending under control, and I also ordered pizza one time. So that one-time pizza was $40. So it is what made my food budget a little bit higher than it would have been if I would have just gotten groceries. But, you know, living in New Haven, one needs to have pizza. So that's kind of a thing here, as it is in a lot of places. But New Haven is really into its pizza. So then my birthday gifts, I had anticipated spending $250, and I went $12 over, not because of the cost of the gifts, but because both gifts were purchased internationally. So there were all these fees associated with the transaction on my credit card. My friends were happy. I'm happy. There was a $51 recurring yearly charge for a photo storage program that I pay for. So that I had forgotten about it and forgot to budget about it. I forgot to budget for it. So that kind of caught me by surprise, but luckily I always keep a buffer, so it was fine. But the big expenses that I had was we had to purchase a security system, because not an alarm system, but cameras, because one of our neighbors has decided to make all kinds of false accusations against us about trespassing and mail tampering. Now, if you know my partner and I, we are not the type of people to tamper with other people's mail or trespass or steal rocks from people's yards, which is one of the accusations. And I think it was also a flower. We have no interest in any of these objects, nor do we like committing federal offenses, which mail tampering is. So, from my understanding, I'm not a lawyer or anything, but I'm pretty sure mail tampering is really a naughty thing to do. Anyway, so we've been dealing with kind of strange behaviors and strange interactions for over a month now. And there were certain things, I won't get too much into the details, but this person has been taunting us on and off. It's very erratic. We never know what is going to set this person off. They like to come around our property a lot, and not in it, but just around the periphery whenever they see us. They also like to taunt us. We have a big bay window, and whenever we eat dinner at the dining table, which is in front of the bay window, they come by and make sure we see them. We try to pretend not to notice, but it's really hard not to look at somebody basically staring at you or putting on a show while you're trying to eat dinner. Well, as the actions got bolder and bolder, we decided, and after we tried to have a proper discussion on two separate occasions, and this person completely acted like nothing was wrong, which is even more disturbing, we decided we should really protect ourselves and get a camera system installed just in case this escalates. We don't know where it's going to go. We do want to really protect ourselves. So we've been documenting via email whenever things happen, just so there's a timestamp, as well as having the cameras running just on our property, so we can keep track of our comings and goings and if anything happens. So then the other thing I had to purchase was, so with the security cameras, I definitely think that this was a need and not a want. I was on the fence about it for a while, but we really need to protect ourselves in this case. So I think that falls into the category of a need. And with regard to this window treatment, so we have this giant bay window, and for 8 years it's been not covered or anything, and it's really nice to look out onto the street. There's nice trees and all this stuff, but because this person has been harassing us, I was like, we really need some window treatments. And what I should have done, but I wasn't thinking clearly, I should have just gone to IKEA and gotten some really basic curtains, but instead I ordered some custom blinds for the larger part of the window. There's like 3 panels, and that cost $120. But I wasn't really thinking straight at the time, and I think this is an excellent example of kind of more of a want, even though it was a need. Like, I could have really done a better job of budgeting on this one, but I just was so desperate to get something. And of course, this thing doesn't even come till July. So I think I am going to have to actually go out and buy some curtains. Right now, I just have a piece of fabric over the window and it doesn't look very good. So anyway, and it's too late to cancel my order. So whatever, it's fine. It'll be really nice when it's installed and somewhat of an investment in the house. So yeah, that was about, the cameras were $270-ish, and the window treatment was $120. And so I had a little less left over in my buffer, and so my total expenditure this month was $2,186, which was $190 over my original budget of $1,844. Now, I still had money in my account because, as I've mentioned in previous videos, I'm saving up to pay off my student loan in October. So yeah, I had planned to put $1,800 toward my federal student loans this month, but instead of that, I only was able to put $1,400 into my savings for my student loan because that extra $400 I hadn't anticipated on paying or on spending took away from that savings. So, am I bummed that I didn't reach my savings slash student loan goal? Yes, but at the same time, it was really important for me to have peace of mind. And I think because, 5 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to do this because I wouldn't have had any wiggle room in my budget at all. I didn't have a budget 5, 6 years ago. It was kind of all over the place. I think knowing what I could have spent, knowing that I had extra money kind of squirreled away or allocated for other things which weren't as urgent as getting the cameras was really a good peace of mind for me to know, like, okay, I can step up here and I can protect myself. Yeah, so that is my budget. I wish I had blown $400 on something useful like my student loans or something really fun and exciting like a weekend out of town or some new clothes or something. But sometimes life happens. It's not if, it's when. So anyway, thanks for listening to my budget. How did you do in May? Did you keep a budget? If so, did you do better than expected? Did you have any unexpected expenses? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, I would love it if you could give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, I would love to have you as a subscriber. I make new videos every week. So thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.